The Dewalt 20-volt max cordless random orbital polisher is a tank. It's built like a tank, and when you pick it up, it will feel like one in your hands. I highly recommend the second battery. Its runtime continuous is between 38 and 45 minutes, depending on how hard it's being used. When it comes to its dimensions and overall specs, it is about 3¼ inches larger than your other competitors when it comes to cordless polishers. So take that into consideration. As we continue to look at some of the dimensions of the polisher, RPMs, that's going to run between 2,000 and 5,500. You can adjust to increments of 1,000. And then with the variable speed trigger, which I'll show you in just a minute, you can really control your speed and your power. And you can sort of feather things, feather that power. Coming in at a little over 7.5 pounds, this one will build your muscles after regular use. It's about 1.5 pounds heavier than some of its competitors. I'm going to demonstrate the power and lack of stall just a little bit later, but let's talk about being able to control the polisher. You have between, as I said earlier, 2,000 and 5,500 RPM. But if you set it on the third or fourth speed setting, you can really feather by just squeezing gently the trigger. So you have a little bit more control than some of the other polishers available today. Now, the unfortunate drawback, being able to talk about pros and cons on this channel, the drawback is that trigger is very, very touchy. It is very sensitive, so then it takes away from the control that it wants to give you to begin with. Also, we have steel grills on either side that will block out lint and light dust and dirt and sling as you're polishing, keeping the motor cool but keeping it clean in the process. Again, very hefty, but it does have a comfortable feel gripping it with the rubber grips at the front of the polisher and around the trigger with high impact plastic in middle. I do recommend a second battery, as you can keep one on charge and just keep running it continuously throughout the day, only swapping batteries. When it comes to the throw, it's listed as 2.1 inches, which equals 13.3 millimeters. That is a in-between polisher, so not quite the speed of work being done if you were using a 21 millimeter throw, but it's right there with any 15 millimeter throw. I'm going to demonstrate that power on this hood. As you can see, it has trouble clear coat, and we're going to be able to take care of that. We'll take care of the heavy cutting and the delicate finishing with just one polisher. And you can hear the sound of the polisher. It's bearable, it's not bad, and you can control that speed and power with the trigger without having to spin the speed dial up top. I will be pushing down on the polisher here shortly to show you that there's barely a stall at all. This thing is a powerhouse. You can also do light-duty tasks with the polisher as well, including your delicate finishing work. More pros and cons. A very smooth polisher, very well balanced. However, if you do not have the pad perfectly centered, you will get a nice wobble out of the polisher and it will feel very uncomfortable. That's because the polisher is so heavy and large and bulky, and the head of the polisher is pushed out so far away from the center of power. Just take my word and have that pad centered. If not, you'll get a wobble. Pull the pad, center it, reattach, and you'll have a nice, smooth ride across the panel. And there you have it, the heavy cutting, the light finishing, all done with the same polisher with fantastic results. Okay guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. To give it some Apex channel ratings for the polisher, when it comes to power, it's going to be a good 8, 9 out of 10. It has a ton of power. When it comes to the noise, about a 5 out of 10. Smoothness, about a 5, 6 out of 10. When it comes to the weight and the size of the polisher, that's going to be its main drawbacks for me. Everything else is perfectly fine. I would give that a 3 out of 10. That includes the ergonomics. It feels good in your hand. It's just a little wide, it's a little long, it's a little heavy, but it can do your heavy work, your cutting, and it can do your more delicate work, your finishing. The price is right. It's right there. I have no complaints. I sure would be unhappy if it was a little bit higher, and of course happier if it was a better buy. But you can't control these things. You just weigh your choices. If you have any questions at all, guys, don't hesitate. Put it down in the comment section. An overall rating for a polisher like this would be a good 7 out of 10. Brian from Apex Detail. Catch you in the next video.